Hello, wonderful audience. Thank you for choosing to spend your time with me. Welcome, curious minds, to our video that explores the ins and outs of 1978 Constitution of China. The 1978 Constitution of the People's Republic of China was promulgated in 1978. This was the PRC's third constitution, and was adopted at the first meeting of the Fifth National People's Congress on March 5, 1978, 2 years after the downfall of the Gang of Four. As we progress through this video, let's shift our attention towards content and uncover its hidden depths. The number of articles grew from the 1975 Constitution's 30 articles to double the amount. The courts and the procurates, which were minimized or dumped altogether in the 1975 Constitution of the People's Republic of China, were somewhat restored. A greater degree of separation of party and state was also instituted, with the Premier regaining the right to nominate cabinet ministers and the National People's Congress no longer defined as an extension of the Chinese Communist Party. A number of checks and balances present in the 1954 Constitution, including term limits for party leaders, elections, and more independence in the judiciary, were restored. The 1978 Constitution was the first constitution in the PRC to touch explicitly on the political status of Taiwan. It said that Taiwan is part of China and said that the PRC must liberate Taiwan and finish the great task of reunifying the motherland. However, in 1979, the PRC dropped the liberation stance and opted for peaceful reunification instead. The 1982 Constitution mentioned that Taiwan is a sacred part of the territory of the People's Republic of China instead of just China. Citizens' rights were also reinstated somewhat. The right to strike was still present, although it would be removed in the 1982 Constitution. However, the required support for the leadership of the Communist Party and the socialist system remained as part of citizens' duties. Nevertheless, the 1978 Constitution witnessed the first time since the years that the document was considered authoritative enough for its provisions to merit the government's attention. For instance, after the Democracy Wall movement saw students using the constitutionally guaranteed right to use big character posters to criticize the government, the party responded by ordering a series of constitutional amendments which deleted this right in 1980. Previously, during the Tiananmen Square incident in 1976, when this same right had been invoked to criticize the Cultural Revolution, the Central Committee ordered the suppression of dissent without any effort to reconcile its actions with the Constitution. Altogether, the Constitution still suffered from the backdrop of the just-gone-by Cultural Revolution. Revolutionary language was still persistent, such as revolutionary committees, although the slogans were gone. The 1978 Constitution survived for 4 years before being superseded by the current 1982 Constitution of China during the Deng Xiaoping era. In addition to inheriting some fundamental principles from the 1954 Constitution, the 1978 Constitution officially included the four modernizations policy with an emphasis on socialist democracy, scientific and educational development. It also mandated in the preamble part that China must be constructed into a great, powerful, modern socialist country in agriculture, industry, national defense, science and technology within a century. I love interacting with my viewers, so leave me a comment and I'll do my best to respond.